back! Wow, that scared me. Sorry.
You scared yourself?
I know. Yeah, I do that every one of my selfies. Hi guys, we are back, and we're about to get into not only the most transformative piece of social commentary you will have ever heard, but also I'm kind of hungry. But that's just a side note. That's a side note. But yeah, we were talking about how like we're in that weird space in which we feel like we're too black for the white community, but not black enough for the black community. So like we're in that weird like.
It's like a weird in between.
And you're trying to like. How I said it is like I'm in multiple friends group, but I don't have that one set group, and that's how I feel about like what I just said. And it's weird because like Iona doesn't give out the vibes of like we don't like you until you open your eyes, and then you realize, this school is cliquey, but very minute.
You should save this and send it to me.
But very minutely like cliquey, and you will never like understand it until you actually do it. I think the reviews are.
I got the canary.
Look at this! Look at this! The star, the legend, the incomparable Tamara. God bless. Hi.
What are you talking about?
Icons, IEU. I don't know. We were talking about racism.
Yeah, we were talking about racism, and then
let me.
We were saying how like we feel like we're in that weird zone in which we're too black for the black community. No, too black for the white community, but not black enough for the black community.
Yeah, it's like a weird in between.
Okay.
And like we were saying, like you will never see Iona as cliquey until you open your eyes and see it.
Until you look around, like it's not cliquey, but it's cliquey.
Yeah.
Like everyone, it's cliquey.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that like when we think like diversity, like we only see like like
put your microphone next to her. Yeah, she's more important.
I'm screaming. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to do this. Okay. I think the problem when we think of diversity, like I don't know how to do this. Help. We see like different colors, like different people. This is moving all around. Okay, I feel like I got it. All right. So with Iona, like you'll hear people saying like, oh, like it's cliquey and things like that. But it's up to the people to change that, because the people that do click together, well, why do they click? It's because you're comfortable with like who you're around, and that's not a bad thing. But then it also has to be like from the outsiders that see that clickiness, they need to make the effort to actually go in and be like, hey, like let's hang out, let's talk. Because you see people that don't really go with a click, like they can speak to everybody and they like know everybody, and like that's what's really great about that, because the people that do stick together, they don't stick together because they dislike other people. It's because that's what they're like most comfortable with. So it's like very interesting to see. Iona's community is very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's like a big like hamster social experiment, and you never realize it until you're the actual hamster.
Even me, like I'm Middle Eastern, so some people are like, okay, like you're white or you're Latina, and I'm like, no, neither. I'm from Lebanon and Syria. So then people will assume like, oh, I can't talk to her because she's white. Like she's like, I'm too white for like the Hispanic or black community, but then I'm too yellow for the white community. So I definitely see that. It's like a divide. It's like you just have to be like, okay, this is who I am, and like you take it or leave it, but you have to like outreach to all sorts of people.
Like
you get like backlash. That's like negative backlash from like if you're black and then let's say you only hang out with white people supposedly, then it's like, oh well, she thinks or he thinks that they're like white or like that they're too good for us or something, and it's just like no, that's just where I feel like more comfortable.
Exactly.
And that's where you get people saying like, oh well, that's like where the feeling comes like, oh, then they're not like black enough, or they're
honestly
not, like, you know.
And it's super because I feel like we're the same in which we talk to we're in so many different friend groups who everyone knows us, but do we have like that one set group? I don't know.
It's difficult because it's like I don't know,
because I feel like I definitely, like, with you talk to everyone, like, you're friends with most people here, same thing with me, but if you have, like, that one group that we're comfortable with, I don't know yet.
I don't know. I I'm
I don't
pretty
see you
comfortable.
two in like groups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like I hang out with
You two
different people.
specifically, Yeah, I'm like, they're not in a group. Like, they're just them.
Yeah.
Name, right? Help.
You got it right.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh, 1 point for Tamara.
God
I
bless.
have to run to class, but I wanted to have you guys on. You
Yes,
all.
that's why I called
guys,
you.
thanks for
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Okay, beautiful. I hope this goes well.
God bless.
Okay.
Bye. But yeah, like, you know how it's like some people, it's like, okay, this person and this person, they're like BFFs, like my big tip, and then her best friend Krista, they're always together, like they're each other's like person or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult. Like, I wouldn't say I have like a person, like at least not like a definite person. There's definitely people who like I'm bored, I know I can call and they'll like show up. I don't know if that counts, but like it's not the same. Like I don't have the Christina to my Meredith. I don't know if you watch Grey's Anatomy.
I've heard. I
but
know.
you know I kind of need that. So
Yeah.
I do in ways, but I don't know.
I feel like
Tricky.
in that way, I feel like you and I are like, I don't know. I don't know if we're like Marilyn and Christina, but we're definitely like
I'm trying to think of like a.
Shaggy and Fred. They're in the same group. They're all friends, but you know Fred goes more for Daphne, and Shaggy goes more for Scooby. So like we could go together like fine, but like there's definitely someone else out there that like.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay, we're like, what's a show that's like super popular I can relate this to? Maybe like Danny and, not Danny, Uncle Joey and the other one,
Uncle Jesse.
Jesse, yeah. Like
Joey.
how they're like, you know, or maybe that's not a good example. I don't know.
Joey and Jesse. I feel like
No, wait, they're two opposites.
they're two opposites, but they click together.
Yeah.
Like they just work.
Me and you're not opposites.
No.
I feel. It's like, okay, so for people who watch Grey's Anatomy, it's kind of like, maybe like Alex and Meredith, like, their family, they're not real family, but they're each other's family. Because they've been friends for so long and they've always like got each other's like back and best interest, but they're not necessarily buddies. So like when Christina left, then like Alex came, like had to kind of be Meredith's person for a while, and like I don't know how to explain it. You guys watch Grey's Anatomy? Come on.
Yeah, it's weird. But all I'm trying to say is like
friendship. He's my best guy friend. Also like my only guy friend, but also
I'll take whatever I can get. I'll take whatever I
Even
can
if I
get.
had other guy friends, you'd still be my best guy friend.
God bless. But literally, I feel like if Iona, once you experience something and once you see it for like a split moment, your sight changes. For example, not to get too like into it, but like last night we tried to like join a little production, whatever, and we sat there for like a good minute or two, and we both felt this innate awkwardness and this like unwanted feeling.
Not to be dramatic and not to come at the players, but it was the most uncomfortable experience of my life. Like, I'm sure they're great people, like they're theater kids, so but I never felt so uncomfortable, like so unwelcomed, I guess is the word.
Definitely. I think that we came up with the best like definition for the feelings when we were walking past Dorley, and we're like, it's not, you said like it's not they give us like the better than us feelings, and I was like, they make it that we're not good enough for them, and that's the feeling like I get a lot here, and I've been getting since freshman year, that like, not that they're better than us, then well, not even just the players, there's people at Iona, they give off the vibe that like, not that they're better than us, but that we're not as good as them.
I've gotten that I feel like I get that feeling a lot less. I don't know if it's because of Gamma or what, but I'm getting that feeling a lot less, but I definitely know the feeling like when you walk into a room and it's just like, you know, like that awkward moment when you walk into like a room late and then everyone's sitting and there's like an empty spot and like everyone's with their friends and you don't really know anyone well enough to like
exactly. It's like when you transfer to a new school, you're like junior year. Like it's super like why? Like that's definitely the feeling like you get.
Yeah. And that type of Gamma, but I've never walked into their room and felt that way. Like a room full of like Gamma girls, and like felt like I don't belong here.
That's why if I was gonna rush, it would be for a goddamn sorority.
I mean, you never know what could happen.
No. The question of me rushing has sprung up again since like next semester is like coming soon.
Yeah, 35 days, less than that.
Yeah, and I don't know. Just don't feel comfortable doing it all over again. And like with the fraternities that are here now, I don't know. Like surprisingly, the one fraternity that I felt like awkwardly comfortable in was DU.
Really? Well,
Surprising, because they made it feel like during rush week, hopefully you guys will experience this, but during rush week, you know you're being judged, because like they're trying to weed out, but like with DU, it felt more like just you're being judged, but like at the end of the day, just guys hanging out.
yeah.
As with the other fraternities, it felt like more like a business like
Yeah, you have to
interview
try,
process.
kind of.
Exactly, and it felt super like I remember for one of them, I really don't care. Like I'm not gonna rush anymore, so. If you hate me, sorry. But I remember for one of them, they told me like, do not just stand there. Talk to literally everyone. Like, go here. What are you walking around for? Like, go talk to this person. Go talk to this one. It's like, whoa, guys, it's a week, and also I don't know anyone here. Like, literally calm down.
Yeah.
And that's like, I don't know if I want to do that again. I really don't know. Like, hi, I don't know if I want to do that again.
So popular. Yeah, it's definitely like very different for the it's not different for the girls, it's kind of the same, because I go into like some rooms. I had like a friend who was helping me kind of sort of with one room, and she's like saying like, go make sure you talk to everyone, like blah blah, and they do this thing, like they do it during Meet the Greeks too, where they kind of like pass you around a little bit.
There it is, yeah.
And that works, but like in some places it'd be like awkward. Like I remember being at some people's tables or in the rooms and just feeling so awkward, like like kind of like I feel like I don't belong here, and like everyone's kind of looking at me like, what is she doing here?
Exactly.
Or I'm invisible. And then I never even realized the whole week until like the last night that in Gamma, I felt comfortable every single night. Like I never felt like I had to try. I felt like I was just like would go in, and there was like no pressure. It was just like, oh, you asked me that question. Okay, well this is blah blah. And I felt like I could be like just myself. Like I mean, if it was like sassy, like I wasn't like, oh, I can't be sassy at them, or like, oh, I can't make a joke. It just felt like I wasn't trying.
Exactly, and that's why like I don't feel like I want to do it again, because I feel like I had with most of the fraternities I had to put up like a desirable like image, like hey, here's why you should vote, like here's all the things that are good about me, and that's just not like for me. I do not like bragging. I don't like being like, oh my god, I have only like I'm not into that. Like I make a lot of jokes about it because like it's funny as fuck, and like if you guys know me, I joke about like I'm perfect like consistently, but like on the inside I am an act. If you think of a smoker's lung, that is my self-esteem. That is literally like how trash I am. So like I don't know if I want to do it again, nor would I want to. But hashtag Gamma Lamaro, let me know.
Gamma's a good time. Like, it's so weird because they're not who I had my eyes set on.
I forgot to save the video, never mind.
Oh, that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but anyways,
yeah.
They're not who I had my eyes set on, but I, like, being in that room, it did feel like home, and, like, one night, a lot of girls' stories were very similar, like why they chose Gamma, and they'd all go, before this, I had like no friends, I didn't do anything on campus, and that's literally me. I was crying. JK. But funny story before we end the show, because I have class at 2. The last night, I was like, when I went in, I was like, okay, like, I guess it's between Gamma and this other one, like, whatever. And then
what was the other one?
Fisig.
And they gave you a big?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not salty about that anymore because I love Gamma.
God bless.
But basically,
that's Fisig right now.
I'm like, so the night, like everyone told their stories about like their favorite Gamma memory or something like that, and then Tiff, who's my big, she like told the story about, I like forgot what it was, like whatever. She was like telling her story about going through recruitment and everything, and then how she was like, they asked like what's something she couldn't live without, and she was like so nervous she didn't know what to say, and she said an avocado, and she started crying. Like she started crying telling the story, and in the story, like she started crying, and everyone was like laughing, like having a good time, and that was the moment I knew I was like, okay.
Yeah, avocados, that's it.
And I like it, and I love it, and I want Gamma now. And so that's a really funny story because now she's my big, and it's like full circle. Like she's the reason that I like fell in love with Gamma, and now, yeah, that's a cute story. I like to tell.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah. And it's like that's I feel like how your organization should be. Like you should feel comfortable, and it should feel like home. And when you walk in, you shouldn't feel like stressed. Or if you do feel stressed, then it's like you walk into like a meeting that night, and it's like, okay, I'm not stressed anymore. Like, you know, like home should be where your sisters are, or brothers, or
gender inclusivity.
Siblings. Yes, you know.
And on that disgustingly happy note, we're going to call it a show today.
Yes.
Next week, we'll hopefully have a Greek life, because you could tell we're super into Greek life here.
Yeah.
But we never know. This has been super improv. This will be super, like... Oh, this episode was supposed to be, like, Thanksgiving, like, November theme.
Oh, yeah. We can say that.
Next... Go turkeys. Anywho, but yeah, so we shall be heading off now. I'll let Ravyne do her signature one-woman show while I get the computer going, and we'll say goodbye.
I've been sitting here eating my salad this whole time because I haven't eaten all day. So I was so busy, but I knew I should eat. And then also I knew some Gamma girls were in Spelman, so I wanted to go low-key. I do that a lot. Like if I know someone somewhere, I'll just go there.
Cause she's a creep.
Okay.
What are we doing? Oh, I'm Cory.
And I'm Ravyne.
And you were watching
Copyright.
That is so corny. We have to figure that
Oh,
out.
I like it.
Really?
It's a thing. Well, we could do better, but
Yeah, we definitely could do better.
it's okay for now.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.